Welcome, everyone, to episode 395 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. I'm your host, Dan.
I'm Will.
I'm Corey.
Today's topic is going to be the indie strategy game, I guess, the spiritual successor of sorts to Advance Wars on the 3DS, Wargroove. So that's going to be our main topic. Hang on a second. Did I play this video? I guess I didn't. But yeah, that's going to be our main topic. Does anyone have anything they want to tease for later on in the episode?
Yeah, I guess I could talk a little bit about Assassin's Creed. I've been playing that. Origins, Little Kingdom Hearts, which I think we're doing an episode on next week, so I probably won't talk too much about it. That might be it.
Corey?
I don't have anything to tease, but I would like to take a minute to announce the Steam release of Enderall Forgotten Stories. It's a total conversion mod for Skyrim, so you have to have Skyrim installed. But then you can just download the Enderall Forgotten Stories, the full game, for free on Steam, and just boot it up as you would any other game. It was my 2017 Game of the Year.
Was it Game of the Year?
It was mine, yeah. It's either 2017 or 2016, but arguably one of the best role-playing games I've ever played. So I highly, highly recommend it, especially if you're trying to get a little bit more mileage out of your Skyrim. It is far superior to Skyrim in just about every way. So definitely check it out.
Very nice. All right. Well, let's get into Wargroove, shall we? Corey, I'm going to start with you. Because when we were talking, we talked briefly. We're a little bit coy when we talk about games in our Thumbstick Athletes chat. We don't want to give too much away for when we have the episode.
Right.
So we like to come in fresh. But I was under the impression you didn't love it?
No, I did not love it. I liked it.
Okay.
I did not love it. So I mentioned to you guys, I played a mobile game. I think it came out in 2013, maybe the original, called King Turn RPG. Do you remember me talking about that on the show? I know I did.
Oh yeah.
So that was sort of a spiritual successor to Advance Wars. And I actually went back and read some of the reviews for King Turn, and all the ones I read mentioned Advance Wars. So it's very much in that vein of tactical, they call those games, just tactics games.
Yeah.
Turn-based strategy, turn-based tactics.
Turn-based tactics. So that was still in my head, and you sort of have that mental hurdle to overcome. Like, I'm playing a console game, so it should have console-like mechanics. So playing Wargroove, I felt like was a little shallow compared to what I played in a $5 mobile game 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And even that game was free to download, and I think like the first 8 missions or something like that were free to play. And then after that, you could pay $5 to unlock the full campaign. But it's just, in terms of the systems and stuff like that, like, there are things that I like about Wargroove that are better than King Turn. Like, the story is one, which I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about. But, like, think of all the good things about Wargroove, and then layer in, like, heroes that level up and have abilities and items and treasures on the map that you can try to get, but it's really going to hinder your strategy. But they're always rewarding. It's just little things like that I think Wargroove would really benefit from. And again, it's not that I don't like Wargroove. I think it's a fine game, and I enjoyed it and found myself somewhat addicted to it. But to spend $20 on it, knowing that it's not as good as a game like King Turn, it hurts a little, but I'm over it.
Yeah, I found it to be similar to, like, Civilization Revolution, too. I don't know if you guys played any of those games.
Was that the one that came out for console, like Xbox?
Yeah, but they were also on mobile, too. They were
right.
Mobile games that were, converted to console games.
How so?
What's that?
How did you find it similar?
Just does the movement and stuff, the way the units move, and using terrain to your advantage. But yeah, I that is something worth mentioning, because really the entire game is in the individual battles. You're right, Corey. There's no leveling up your characters, improving your units. There's no items or anything like that. It's just from going from one battle to the next, and then there's like side missions off the main acts. So that is the majority of the game. That's in the campaign mode. There's 2 different other modes. Did you guys try either of the other modes?
No.
Okay, I did very briefly today. One of them is the challenge mode, which is you have to complete like a battle in one turn. So it's like a puzzle game part of it.
I was wondering if it had something like that, because I could see something like that working really well. So
yeah,
I'm glad to hear that
I did a couple of those, and they're pretty cool. And then it has arcade mode, which seems to be almost like, it made me think of classic mode in Smash. So you pick a hero that you want to go through, and it's 5 different battles that you have to do against another hero, and it's just fighting. I did 2 of those in that, and I'm on the last act currently in Wargroove. I did want to mention that. Corey, how far did you get? Will, how far did you get?
I stopped at the first mission in Act 3, but I did all the side missions leading up to it.
Okay, yeah, I've done all those too.
I'm in Act 2. I'm at the point now where like it splits and you can do the 2 different missions.
Yeah, the side ones.
Yeah, I'm not very far. I've lost a couple battles already.
Yeah,
which is annoying.
Some of them get pretty difficult, actually.
I think you really need to have strategy going into this game, because when I'm kind of just screwing around, I've noticed that I get it handed to me.
Yeah, you really have to plan ahead with what units you're gonna have. There's some that it seems like there's only one way to do it, starting at the beginning, which I didn't necessarily love.
Yeah,
but yeah, I really started to like it the more, because it kind of slowly takes you through, slowly adding more units. I don't think you guys haven't gotten to the part where you do any naval battles yet, right?
No.
Yeah, because that adds a whole new wrinkle to all the strategy stuff, and the units that are strong against some units and not against others. And for me, that's when I really started to get kind of hooked on the game. Like you, Corey, especially at the beginning, they only give you a handful of units, and the battles are somewhat interesting. But once it opens up like that, and you have multiple commanders going from multiple different factions, those battles were awesome, I thought.
Yeah.
So
I do like the for me, it was kind of just like cannon fodder, like just create as many units as you can and get them to the front lines as quickly as possible. And that's how I've found success. I don't know if that strategy is going to continue to work, but I saw a couple people comment like how cool the hero abilities are, and I do agree that they're cool, but to me it's just one of those things that if you don't use them, you're going to lose. So it's just like use them as soon as you get them every time. And I kind of wish, do they get more abilities? Their groove power?
No, it's only one per commander.
Just that one.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you do get control of is it like maybe 5 or 6 different commanders that you slowly add, as you go along.
Okay.
And I just looked on my Switch. Apparently, I've played Wargroove for 30 or more hours, and I did not realize that in the slightest.
Nice.
It's one of those games for me that when I start playing it, I look and I realize, oh, an hour's gone by. Holy crap.
And that's exactly the kind of game I look for.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no surprise that I do like it, even though I have my issues with it. Because I just love those games that you just forget about time. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Here's a question.
Yeah.
So this is right now. It's available on Switch and PC. You think you enjoy this game as much on PC, or is it only good because you have it? Have the convenience of the Switch.
Yeah, probably. But what was I gonna say? Oh, I did contemplate picking it up on PC because I imagine it would be a lot easier to download people's creations. That's a part of the game too, right?
Probably. I never looked. I will look right now to see if there's Steam mod support.
I think there is. Actually,
Okay.
I have Steam up right now. Let me check.
I mean, it's a Chucklefish game, right? So I imagine they're big into that.
Yeah, and if they don't have it now, they'll add it at some point.
But definitely the convenience of the Switch makes it a little nicer. I had it just in my lap while Sophie had a movie on that I didn't really want to watch, so I was able to play. But having to sit down at my computer to watch or to play, no, I would not.
Yeah,
Good about that.
I'm kind of the same way. At this point, like my computer is mostly reserved for like first person shooters, mostly because I can't play those on a console. And that's pretty much it. Anything else, I don't mind. I'd obviously rather play on the Switch. It's been hard to even get Xbox time in to play Kingdom Hearts. It's just so much easier to play everything on the Switch.
Yeah, man, my brain is just not working today. These thoughts are coming in.
Yeah, I'm having the same. I'm having the same trouble.
What's going on?
I'm recovering.
I am too.
I'm recovering from illness. That's what my problem is.
This is a little bit of a tangent, but one thing I've found myself doing, I mentioned to you guys earlier that I haven't booted up my desktop computer where I used to play all my games. I haven't even touched since before Thanksgiving, coinciding with the Xbox and Red Dead. But I've sort of found myself playing most things on Xbox just because it's easy.
Yeah.
Easy to just sit down and grab the controller and play. But then GeForce Now has been really nice for the games that are only on PC that I really want to play, like Civ 6.
Yeah, because you can play that on your laptop and sit wherever and play.
Exactly. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with my desktop. I don't know if I should get rid of it.
I don't know.
I'm not seeing mod support.
Okay. Well, I can imagine they'll add it at some point.
Definitely. This game is a prime game for mod support, in my opinion.
We'll just wait till someone makes a Game of Thrones mod for it.
Oh, that's coming.
Yeah. It's definitely coming. Because the Game of Thrones mod for Crusader Kings 2 is fantastic. I've heard the Civ Game of Thrones mod's pretty good, too. And
I've seen Wargroove described as Advanced Wars with a Game of Thrones story.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the story. Well, because I know you mentioned liking the story, Corey. What specifically about the story do you like?
I just think the writing's really good. I haven't gotten that deep into it, but the characters are all really well written. I like the backstories. Help me out with a little plot summary. It's Mercia is the princess or queen.
Yep.
And her kingdom is invaded, and her parents are killed.
Her father, the king, is assassinated. So she becomes the queen, and shortly after that, her kingdom gets invaded by the Felheim, which is like an undead kingdom from the south.
That's right.
And she's forced to flee because that's the only way to ultimately help her people is by leaving and not being overrun immediately when the war starts.
Yeah, and I guess when I hear that, it does sound kind of cliche, but when you're playing the game and you read the dialogue and stuff, and the care that goes into the lore overall, it's really well done. And I do like how if you take the time to do a side mission, you're rewarded with bits of extra lore.
Yeah, because there is a codex, and as you complete battles, you unlock portions of the characters' codexes, and like Corey said, lore. Yeah,
that's a nice touch because it's really the only thing to unlock.
Yeah, I don't know what you get because it keeps track of the amount of stars you get in the game. So every battle you do, you are rated on. So it's obviously 1 to 3 stars. I don't know if you get something for being higher in stars, but you also get stars for completing the challenge modes too. The arcade mode. And the challenge mode, the puzzle mode. So, I don't know if that also unlocks more lore. Don't know. But you're absolutely right about the writing, Corey. The writing and the characters are very good. One thing I found entertaining was Caesar, the dog's interaction with the bandits.
Yeah.
The 3 bandits always end up having very deep conversations with each other when they're banditing. They get into depth discussions about climate and industry and stuff. Yeah, it's all really well written and very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's good stuff.
It is good stuff.
But yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed Wargroove so far. I think it's worth $20. I wouldn't play it on PC. I don't think. I think it's nice to have it in the Switch. Have it whenever you want. Have it be portable. I don't think I would sit at my computer and play it.
Do you have a favorite mission that you would like to outline?
Yeah, so my favorite one that I've done so far is a later one, and it has three separate factions, three of your allied factions against the Felheim Legion, and you're invading a port, and it's really neat to have all three of those commanders in different places on the map doing different things, summoning their own units for what have you, and then having them help each other to try to more I don't want to say accurately, but more streamlined the invasion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that was an awesome mission. I can't remember specifically which one it was. It was probably maybe Act 5, the end of Act 5, beginning of Act 6.
How many acts are there, Dan? Because you're towards the end. 7? Okay.
Yeah, I just today got to the 7th act, so I think I have 2 missions in Act 7.
And you put in 30 hours. I just checked. I put in like 4.
Yeah, 30 hours. I never would have guessed that. I was guessing maybe 10, but I just looked on my Switch and it says 30 or more hours. So
that's crazy.
There it is.
Do the boats, Dan? Do the boats have the same characteristics as like the land units? Like there's a fast one, and then there's one that's slow but can do a ton of damage, and then there's a wagon or a transport, I guess, in the water.
Yeah, kind of. But the air units and the sea units they add something different. There's a little bit of that, but they're a lot different than the land. I don't want to get into too many spoilers, but there's like a cannon ship, which you can use for long range. There's a harpoon ship, which is better for water units, and there's a couple different normal units for the sea. But yeah, that's the fun times right there. So
my favorite one was who are the tree people?
The Florin.
The Florin. Yeah, so my favorite one was one of the side ones where the Florin commander challenges you to just like a little skirmish.
Sedge.
And Sedge. It's just a really small map, and there's a little bridge.
Yeah.
A river. That was probably my favorite one so far because it was challenging.
Yeah, there is some really hard moments in the game. A couple of the missions I've done too, I've gotten nearly towards the end and then got a little careless with my commander. My commander goes down and I lose the mission and have to start over again.
There was a mission, it was early on, so like I can spoil it, but it's when you're fleeing with Mercia and you're getting the villagers to safety.
Oh, yeah.
So I had Mercia fighting at the very bottom with like 2 other units and like took care of everything, but then at the end the leader of the Felheim shows up with like the 8 units, and I just got swarmed with Mercia, and she got killed because like she was getting hit 4 times a turn.
Yeah.
So I was like, are you kidding me? So like I did all that entire mission, and like it wasn't very long. It was like maybe 10 minutes, but it was still like, oh god. So I had to redo that one, which always sucks when you get towards the end of a mission and then that happens.
That's definitely a frustration because you probably played some really long ones, Dan, but I think some of the ones I played were upwards of half an hour.
Yeah, half an hour, 45 minutes probably.
So it's just like, man, I just wasted all that time because I didn't know units were going to spawn right here.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if they, the developers, when they were making these missions, figured, okay, this is probably what's going to happen a little bit. Let's throw a wrench into the works here and.
It sounds like they were thinking, hey, let's do what XCOM does and just say F you, player.
Yeah.
No, because if they were doing what XCOM did, I would miss straight up hits when I'm right next to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, 99% or 95% accuracy.
Miss.
I seriously will never go back to XCOM because of that stuff.
Yeah, I can't deal with that. I get it, and I wish, like, I really love that style of game. I wish I could stand it, but it just drives me up the wall.
Yeah,
especially with how bad XCOM 2 was at launch. with all the technical issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of XCOM, do you think they're gonna come out with XCOM 3?
Oh yeah.
Probably. I hope it's better.
It'll get announced at E3 this year.
Yeah.
No matter what nowadays, if you make number 2, you're making number 3 at some point.
It's got to be a trilogy.
Unless you're Valve.
That is true. Valve stops at 2 for all their things.
Yeah, Valve has never put out a trilogy, I'm pretty sure.
They're just waiting till they need to.
Yeah.
Well, I think they need to. They need to put something out. That's not Artifact.
No, they're just sitting on a mountain of money.
Yep.
Yeah, they kind of are.
Yeah,
Gabe
Gabe Newell's in the top 50 for richest people in the country.
Really?
Really?
I think so.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, he's worth like $4 billion.
God, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And every fat joke that's made towards his way, he delays Half-Life 3.
Yep. He puts your name in a little notebook and delays it a month.
We just added to the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So any other thoughts on Wargroove?
No, but it just makes me want Final Fantasy Tactics 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll never
Can't
they'll
make that.
they'll make it. They'll make a game like it, and it just won't be the same.
No, you can. I was thinking about this the other day. I don't think you can make a game like that because that game, as awesome as it was, it also had a lot of jank, and the jank was the charm of it.
Yeah.
But if you were savvy enough to figure out the jank, then you could pretty much become invincible.
Yep.
And nowadays, like with the internet, which is weird to say because I mean we had the internet back then, but it wasn't as easy to get all of the information you needed.
Yeah.
At the click of a button. I mean, it would just ruin the game for everybody.
Yeah, and well, Corey, was it you that sent me or I think sent our group message the scrapped Final Fantasy Tactics 2, like the legitimate sequel?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, like when I saw that, I was devastated because I was like, man, like we're never gonna get that now because why would they do it now?
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's enough. What's the word? Nostalgia for it around the internet.
No.
Compared to a lot of games.
I know people want to Switch in a PC release for Tactics, but that's like it.
I would buy it again on Switch.
Oh, in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat. I have it on.
Too, just to say, like, yeah, just make another one now, please.
Yeah. I mean, I just bought Final Fantasy 9 and I owe it on like I owe it on my phone and my PC, or own it. So it's the third time I've bought it.
Voting with your wallet.
Yep.
All right. That everything?
I guess there's really not too much to talk about with Wargroove.
No, but it's enjoyable.
Yeah, I really like it. I should say that I didn't ever really say. I'm probably gonna be playing after we record tonight. So.
Yeah, I want to get it beaten because I have 2 new Switch games I've got to crack into, and then I've got to buy Gris that I have to crack into. So.
What a start of the year for gaming.
Yeah. I agree. All right, Nibblebits. Will, do you have anything for Nibblebits?
Yeah, I'm guessing you have the Switch or the Direct stuff.
Yes, I have the Nintendo Direct information. Right here.
Okay, so I have it too, so I won't go over that to start. I'll lead off with the Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is getting a full sequel. I don't know if you guys saw this,
Yeah,
but
I did.
it's called Hollow Knight Silksong, and it takes place. I don't know if it's in tandem with the Knight, but you play as Hornet, and you go through the game playing as Hornet, which adds a whole different dynamic to the game because Hornet is pretty mobile, and she's also voice acted. So that'll be interesting to see kind of what they do with that. But I know they've added hundreds of new, like I think maybe it was like 150 new enemies and stuff like that to the game. So I am so excited for this. I think it's awesome that they're doing it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Will. I've got to get back to Hollow Knight.
Me too.
I probably got like halfway through it.
Corey, you almost beat it, right?
I want to say I was like halfway through. I don't think I almost beat it.
Do you remember the last thing that you did in it?
No. Pretty much all I can remember is riding the spider through the tunnels.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think this game is Could be a riser for my top 10 games of all time. I'd love it.
Yeah, I know people are jazzed about the. They thought it was like a DLC or expansion, but it's a full game.
Yeah, full on game. If there's one character that I want added to Smash Brothers, it's the Hollow Knight.
That would be cool.
I think that character would be so cool to add, but it probably would never. It would never happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, you never know.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Shovel Knight is an assistant trophy, so I guess it could happen.
Before Snake was in Smash, that would be one I'd be like, it'll never happen.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, same with Cloud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else, Will?
No, that's it.
Okay. So I got a couple here. Hang on, I got a cough. Jeepers. All right, so my first one is Sony talking about why they're not going to be at E3. We've talked about this a few times, but I don't think we ever got their perspective from it. So Sean Layden, I don't know, he's head of Sony Interactive Entertainment. He's the worldwide chairman for Sony Interactive Entertainment. He said the world has changed, but E3 hasn't necessarily changed with it. And he goes on to explain how when E3 was first created, that was the kind of the way to get media attention on your upcoming games, your upcoming systems, what have you. That was obviously before the internet was as ubiquitous as it is now. He talked about how also retailers would use that to know like what they needed to have in stock for like Christmas time. But nowadays, games media is pretty much on a 24-hour news cycle, like the normal news. So news isn't necessarily reaching consumers that way. It's reaching consumers at all times, all the time, which I think is that's a good explanation for it.
That is an astute observation.
Yeah, Nintendo's kind of done their own thing for a while now, so I think Sony's kind of going to go that route. That way they can probably control their message a little bit better. Go ahead, Will.
I was gonna say, like, one of the most exciting things is when I hear Nintendo is doing a direct.
Yeah.
So if Sony follows like that path, like of doing a direct every 2 months, like Nintendo does or whatever, I think that's an amazing idea. Yeah,
he also mentioned that now June, when E3 takes place, that's too late for retailers and stuff to get orders in for the end of the year for the Christmas rush. So
yeah,
I don't know if it was his quote or someone else's in that article, Dan, that you tweeted, but it said something along the lines of the game's landscape has changed and E3 hasn't changed with it. I thought that was a pretty succinct way to describe it.
Yeah.
And it's true. I mean, I think opening it up to the public was a step in the right direction. Only because, to your point, like, journalists don't really even need to be there anymore.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is for E3.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I mean, it's fun for us to see all the new unannounced games and stuff like that, but yeah, we and in games media, we don't need to be there. We get stuff from people who are there and pass it along, comment on it too.
I mean, and even the stuff that is announced, like, probably, what would you say, like 80% of it we already are kind of aware of it.
Yeah, or predict.
Yeah, I mean, most of that stuff has been leaking before E3 anyway. Well, like, may it be from an actual leak or the company is leaking it so people know about it beforehand.
Yeah,
right. The surprises are really nice, though.
Definitely.
The one more things.
Yeah. Totally agree. So yeah, I think we teased Sony a little bit when we found out they weren't going to be there, but Sean Layden's comments, it makes complete sense, and I get where he's coming from. So.
Yeah, and I doubt like they have nothing at E3. Like, there'll probably be something. You know what I mean? Like, booth, or I don't know. I feel like they won't just completely be like, we won't know anything about Sony around that time period.
Yeah, I mean, they might have some of their upcoming games there in some capacity, but they're not going to have the big presser like they've had in the past.
Yeah, they might not have anything because they're probably gearing up for the PS5.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Seriously.
I mean, it's also the opportunity for Xbox to, control, to quote unquote win E3.
Yeah, well, when two of the competition isn't there, like because Nintendo does it direct.
Yeah, they do
so,
their own thing. Well, I mean, they have a booth. They always have a big booth with
yeah.
whatever fall games are coming out.
But yeah, but
I-
they're technically not like presenting at
No,
E3. So
no, not at all. But I have always appreciated their Treehouse stuff that they have after their presentation, because they're like, okay, here's the games that are coming out for the next 6 months. Here's us playing them for over the course of the 3 days, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours.
yeah.
So I love that. It's good stuff.
That is nice.
Yeah, I like how Nintendo handles it because I don't like they announce things too far in advance because what they did that with Metroid and Pokemon and like we haven't seen anything for those yet.
Well, we
So,
saw that Metroid was scrapped and they restarted.
that's true. That's a good point. A prime example of them announcing something too early.
Yep. So yeah, there's that. Moving along with Nintendo. So Nintendo had a direct yesterday. It was at 5 p.m. Eastern, which is a really inconvenient time. That's when I'm making supper, so it's super difficult. But yeah, the first and biggest announcement, at least in my opinion, is that Super Mario Maker is getting a sequel on the Switch. Everyone predicted that they would port Mario Maker, but this is Mario Maker 2. It's got some new additions, new tools, new features. I didn't get a good consensus on what everything was. One of the things I know that they were adding was the ability to put in slopes, which I read a few times in a few different posts that a lot of people wanted that.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Game changer is what I read.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I never, when I was playing Mario Maker a lot, I never thought about that, but people who played it a lot wanted slopes, so that's good for them. Did you guys notice anything else that they're going to put in the game?
Well, so I actually found a Reddit post of somebody who did like a comprehensive list of everything, like had a bunch of people helping him out with it. It looked like a lot of stuff, like more than enough for a sequel. So
Yeah.
I know they added a couple different like worlds. I know they added a snow world
Nice.
to it. I
Did you
can't
say
remember.
3D?
Yeah, 3D was
3D
apparently.
levels?
Yeah, which that's crazy to me, honestly.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I saw the list and it looked like a lot of stuff that people were able to point out between like items that you can use, enemies that you can use, different types of levels you can do, like different combinations of things. It seemed like a lot of things they added in. So
Yeah, I know you can be Cat Mario from Super Mario 3D World, which is cool. My son was psyched because he plays a lot of Mario Maker. So yeah, he was super pumped for that announcement.
yeah, he's gonna be able to make some cool stuff. Like if I was a kid, like this game would be a dream to have.
Oh, yeah. He spends a lot of time perfecting his levels. I've only played a couple of them, but
When did the first Mario Maker come out? Like 2014?
14, 15?
I would say 14, but I'm not really sure. Maybe 15.
Yeah,
I was going to say the reason, going back to your point about it not being a port and being a full sequel, is they probably had already started working on the sequel shortly after the success of the first game.
Yeah.
2015. So, yeah, no, you're right. They probably were working on it. A lot of people were wondering why they didn't have Mario Maker yet on it, but it's because they were doing a new one.
Yeah.
And also, is it in the? And then my next thought to that was, well, like they could still release it and profit off of it. But is that Nintendo's way? Does Nintendo do the easy cash grab?
In what way? Like,
I don't know. Like compared to other publishers, like Bethesda releasing Skyrim all over the place all the time.
I think
Does Nintendo do that kind of thing?
to an extent. I mean, some people would say like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is that, or New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe is that.
I mean,
Nobody had a Wii U.
Well, that's I mean, and that's their point. Like, I wish they would port more games from the Wii U to the Switch. But
those
some
are
people complain that it's a cash grab.
Mm-hmm.
I get that, but like with Bethesda putting Skyrim on 19 different things, like, yeah, that's more of a cash grab than Nintendo just porting a very popular Wii U game to its best selling console. I mean, I don't think they're the same. I would never really consider Nintendo going for the cash grab.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah. But moving on, I was excited about Mario Maker 2. Zelda Link's Awakening was revived for the Switch. I'm a lot more excited for that than I thought I would be. That was one of my favorite Legend of Zelda games. Corey, you remember Link's Awakening?
Oh yeah, I'm with you. Probably my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, Breath of the Wild's my favorite, but I would probably put Link's Awakening as my second favorite, even over like Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Very, very fond memories of playing that game. Way too late at night on the Game Boy with the bad screen, in my little reading lamp, like super late at night, burning through batteries. It's great. So I'm really excited. I really like the art style and the direction they took that. It looks awesome, I thought. I saw a lot of people complaining about it, but I think that's going to be a sweet game.
You're going to see a lot of people complain about everything.
Yeah, especially on Reddit. I mean, there's people, they're like, they're not releasing any games in the first 6 months.
Reddit's the worst. I don't know why
really
I
is.
use it so much. It's the only social media that I use, and I just hate it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's occasionally good things on it, but for every good thing you see on it, there's someone complaining about nothing.
Well, it's the way it's Reddit at its core rewards people with what's the word I'm looking for? The loudest take.
The crappiest hot take.
Yeah.
There's a lot of snark and no analysis to a lot of Reddit comments. Like when something comes out or a trailer comes out, it's just who can have the snarkiest, funniest comment, and that's just the top comment. And that's how Twitter is too.
There's zero intellectual honesty.
Yeah. And they're very full of themselves whenever. I don't like Reddit very much. I use it for a very few subreddits, but that's about it.
I actually didn't get into it, but there was a thread yesterday, something about and it was from the Sean Layden interview, him talking about the cross compatibility and how that he was caught red-handed lying about cross compatibility because he said all publishers and developers need to do is talk to their account manager at Sony to get crossplay ready to go for any game. But then Chucklefish, I guess, before that had said that they asked about it and were basically ignored. So this author of this article was really trying to capitalize on the outrage culture by saying he was caught red-handed lying. And I just chimed in and said, look, there's so much that goes on behind the scenes. We have no idea about any of it, and we're only hearing one side of the story.
Yeah, he's at the top of the food chain, too. To him, it probably is as easy as contacting the account manager, but it might not be like that for Chucklefish is not a big, I'm sure they're fielding more from like Psyonix or someone like that than Chucklefish.
Yeah, well, and that's why I said I'm like, listen, Sony is a global corporation.
Yeah. With
roots in a culture very different from ours, and there's just an incredible amount of red tape. So, like, pump the brakes. And then the comment was, oh, there's an awful lot of pro-corporate speech in this thread, don't you think? And I was like, listen, I don't pay enough attention to say, because there's actually a subreddit called Hail Corporate. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it.
No.
And all it is it's people getting caught promoting something that they were paid to promote. But trying to seem like an organic Reddit user.
The subreddits that I use are like unethical life pro tips, like stuff like that. That's meant to be funny and entertaining. I can't have any actual conversation.
Have you ever been to the Outside subreddit?
No.
Oh, that's a good one. It's people. They conflate like real life experiences with like RPGs. So because I had a good one. I'm not gonna look it up now, but yeah, it's really good. So someone will ask a question, that's supposed to be about real life, but it's in game speech,
Yeah.
That's a funny one.
I'll have to check it out.
Always entertaining.
That's what I have to use Reddit for, because I can't get anything like valuable out of any of it, because it's just so like
you guys-
one-sided everything. Wow.
Yeah, are you subscribed to the Circle Jerk subreddit?
No.
Oh, so good. It's
Do
just
they
like,
poke fun at how Reddit is?
yeah, and it's like, hey, my mom died of butt cancer twice, but she's doing doing some charity event, and then it's just a picture of a Nintendo Switch. Just like the most random stuff that people on Reddit just always seem to upvote.
That's funny. Anyway, back on topic. Next on the list, Platinum Games announced Astral Chain coming to the Switch this summer. I thought this game looked really cool.
Yeah, I did too.
Platinum Games always seems to suck me in with their awesome gameplay, so I thought the scene of the game looked interesting enough. I'm into this one. I'll probably get it when it comes out.
Yeah, this was pretty much checked all the boxes for me.
Yeah.
Just like futuristic mechs. It reminded me a little bit of like Cyberpunk, having not played or seen it very much from Cyberpunk and Nier.
Yeah, Nier Automata. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
going to be the other game I brought up.
It reminded me of like a love child of those two games.
Yeah, definitely. Corey, were you interested in Astral Chain?
I didn't see any of it.
Okay.
I never watched any of the direct. I just basically all I know about it is what you guys said yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, that's coming out, scheduled at least for now, for August 30th. So, summer release. Next on the list, Tetris 99 gets a surprise announcement and release. So Tetris 99 is basically the battle royale for Tetris. 99 players play all at the same time. The last one standing wins. I like the concept of it. I haven't played it. I haven't even downloaded it, but I would like to give it a shot at some point. Not very good at Tetris, but who cares?
Yeah, I downloaded it. I probably won't really ever play it, but free. I guess there was a joke online about doing a Tetris battle royale,
and Nintendo did it.
Nintendo did it.
I love that.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Nintendo's joining in the meme culture now.
Sure. Next on the list, Fire Emblem Three Houses arrives in July. Super excited for Fire Emblem. How about you guys?
We gotta talk about Fire Emblem for a moment here.
Sure.
So the story, did you feel like that this was didn't feel Fire Emblem-y?
I mean, it was kind of weird only because, outside of it was anime enough for Fire Emblem. The reason probably why it didn't feel like Fire Emblem was because there wasn't any gameplay, right? It was just kind of cinematic and explaining the how the world works.
So, well, here's my next concern.
Yeah.
You're a teacher. You're teaching students, and you get to choose a house that you get to teach the students. Fire Emblem's very big on romancing.
Uh-huh.
Are you as a teacher going to be romancing your
romancing your students? Hopefully.
I hope not.
Sets a bad precedent.
It does. I was watching that, and I'm like, maybe you don't romance anybody, and it's the kids that you get to romance, but I'm like, well, Fire Emblem's big on your character being able to have kids, so...
Yeah. Yes, I actually missed that part. It was a little too chaotic when I was trying to watch that, so I missed that bit.
I mean, it looks cool, and I imagine it'll be good. I'm just worried that they do the Fire Emblem Fates route again, where you have to buy 3 games to be able to choose a house. I really hope you have to do that.
Yeah.
I would be really upset if that's kind of what they do.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I kind of like the concept of you choosing a house, and that's the house you're deciding on.
Yeah, I agree. Looking forward to that. July 26th is the release date for that as of now.
Slight delay to when they initially said. They said spring.
Yeah.
But
yep. Box Boy is going to debut on Switch. Yeah, that looks neat. I don't know if you guys saw any gameplay from that. Looks like a neat puzzle platformer type of game.
Yeah.
Nope.
Dragon Quest Builders 2 is coming to Switch and PS4 this summer.
Yeah.
That looks cool, actually.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy IX released on Nintendo Switch last night, actually. Final Fantasy VII is coming in March.
Yeah.
Haven't bought Final Fantasy IX yet. I will at some point. Will bought it.
$21, a very random price.
$21. I wonder why that is.
Nintendo, I don't know.
It's not like a sale price because they just released it, right?
Maybe it's $20 and Nintendo had that extra dollar for their own profit.
Maybe. That could be.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Somebody did some sort of market analysis.
And that was the chosen price.
Yeah.
Cheaper than what you thought it was going to be, Corey. What'd you think, $39.99?
$29.99.
$29.99.
Okay. Daemon X Machina got a free demo for the Nintendo Switch, also released last night. That's a mech game that's coming out sometime later. I downloaded that demo. I have not tried it yet, so looking forward to that one. Apparently you get to play 4 missions of it.
Ooh.
Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is coming to Nintendo Switch in the spring, which is good. I enjoyed that game. Corey, I know you didn't care for it too much, right?
Nah. Pass.
Rune Factory 5 is in the works as Rune Factory 4 heads to Switch. Never played a Rune Factory game.
I don't think I have either.
So,
Seems like a game I would enjoy.
Yeah, definitely JRPG.
Yeah.
Deltarune Chapter 1 will be a free download on Nintendo Switch on February 28th. That's the next game from the Undertale creator, Toby Fox. Apparently it's in chapters. I'm interested in that.
Corey, you gonna get it?
It's not Undertale 2?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's Undertale 2. It's got the same type of art style, but
it's like,
it's chapter-based.
why would you do that? I don't know. Just to me, like, Undertale was lightning in a bottle kind of thing.
It's its own thing. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And it's like, you're a creative developer. Why don't you just do something new?
Yeah.
Not like people aren't going to know it's your game.
Right. Oh, I know. It's funny because when I was watching that, I had the music going. That I turned it up at that point so I could actually hear what was going on. My wife was like, "Hey, that music sounds familiar," and it was very Undertale-esque music in it too. So, excuse me. Disney Sum for Nintendo Switch. That's a kids thing that I don't get, so I'll move on from that.
It's either a kids thing or an AO game.
Yeah.
Adults only.
Yeah. New Square Enix RPG Ononaki comes to Switch this summer. It's from the makers of I Am Setsuna. Looks interesting, but I haven't really liked their games that much. I Am Setsuna was okay. I didn't play... What was the second one they made?
Lost Sphere.
Lost Sphere, yeah. I haven't played that, so...
I'm actually kind of into the new one.
Apparently... Go ahead, Will, sorry.
I was going to say, no, it looks just really cool.
Apparently Lost Sphere is much of the same from I Am Setsuna. Like a very thin role-playing game.
Okay. Next up, Yoshi's Crafted World gets a demo. I did not download that, but I'll have to because I'm going to get that game. It's coming out at the end of March. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 releases this summer on Switch. Yay. I actually really like the first Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but I'm so in the anti-superhero funk. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker gets free co-op update and then DLC in March. So very cool. Very much like Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Dragon Quest XI-S Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition arrives for Nintendo Switch this fall. That's awesome. I actually have that game on PC. But I haven't really played stuff on my PC, so I would love to have that on the Switch and be able to play. I know you've been playing Dragon Quest XI, Corey, or were.
Yeah, I plan to go back to it. It's just something else will come out and then I'll play it. But I was able to go back to it after Red Dead, so that's a good sign.
Oh, nice. And that's everything. So, moving on. How's your week, Corey?
Oh, what's been going on this week? Nothing crazy. It's been a pretty good week. Been in a good mood every day this week. That's a good sign. Been drinking lots of water. Mm-hmm. Taking my vitamins.
All right.
I don't know. I don't think I have much interesting to say. I really live a boring life out here.
I'm with you.
Pretty much do the same thing every day. Go to work, come home, watch hockey, go to bed.
Yeah. All right.
That's how we do in Clinton.
Life's a little slower in Scranton. What about you, Will? Oh, Corey, do you have anything else?
I was going to bring up some movies that I watched, but I don't think any of them were good enough. Unless you want to talk about The Bachelor.
That's up to
Sure,
you.
talk about The Bachelor.
So I have a weird infatuation with The Bachelor. And it's only The Bachelor, not The Bachelorette. And I can't quite put my finger on it. It's sort of like a train wreck, like watching a train wreck.
Yeah.
But not that. And I'm still trying to figure out what it is. I'm also really good at picking the woman that he's going to pick relatively early on. So that plays into it because it's a little bit of like, I want to see if I was right.
Sure.
But there's just something about it that I don't know. I don't know if it's like the idea of being a guy who is just dating 12 women at the same time. That doesn't really appeal to me. I think it's kind of gross personally. So I'm still trying to figure it out. If anybody has any ideas?
Do you like? Okay, so is it more that you like to see how a person can handle that type of situation? Is that what interests you? Because that's not something that arises in real life, really. You know.
I feel so sorry for the women on that show. I really do. And it's not. I don't want to say that they're all dumb because they're not, but like for them to get so worked up over that show, like the only sane girls are the ones that are like, I gotta leave. I can't watch him date all these other women when I'm right here.
Yeah.
Like that to me makes sense. And those are the women where I'm like, all right, yeah. But I don't know. They just get so worked up when he like chooses somebody for a one-on-one and they get all upset and like.
It's not a natural situation.
It's really not. It's like third world problem. It's a show showcasing first world problems. It's like you're really that upset about this stupid reality show. But yet I find myself tuning in every Monday.
You're part of the problem.
I don't know what it is. Sorry.
Do you? I've never seen it personally, so I don't know. But a good train wreck is entertaining to watch.
Well, I should say, because I said it earlier that I'm pretty good at picking the women. The woman I picked on the first episode was Cassie, and she's still going. So
Okay.
Maybe you have similar tastes to The Bachelor. Or maybe you're perceptive enough to know exactly what The Bachelor is gonna go for.
That's what I was going for. That's what I'm hoping for. But the Bachelor, the twist in this one is that the Bachelor in this season is a virgin.
Huh.
He's never laid with a woman.
Or is he like, what do they call it? Born again virgin?
No, he specifically said it had nothing to do with religion. I think he's not a virgin, and it's just for the show, but...
Sure.
Well, okay, let me see a picture of the guy, and I'll be able to tell you if that's true.
His name's Colton. So just type Colton Bachelor.
Bachelor. I would say it's false.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for the show.
He gets pretty hot and handsy with those girls.
It's hard.
It's disgusting. It really is. I'm disgusted when I watch it.
Sure.
Because they'll go make out with one and then go over to the other one and make out with that one.
It's not natural. That's what I'm saying.
You were raised better than that.
The show. Oh my god.
Yeah, I used to casually watch it, and my wife used to watch it. We haven't really. It's hard to get into any kind of TV shows. So it's on 8 to 9 too, right?
We always watch on Hulu after it airs.
Oh, okay, yeah, because it's impossible to watch anything until the kids go to bed, which usually isn't until about 9 o'clock.
Do you guys want to know what Tia Booth really thinks about Colton Underwood?
Which one's Tia? Well, how's it spelled?
TIA.
Was she a contestant?
I don't know. Bachelor in Paradise star Tia Booth issued a statement about Colton Underwood after he was named for Bachelor season 23.
Oh, I don't know. That's not.
That's a different show.
Well, it could be the same show, but it's that girl was not on in this season.
Well, he has bad taste. He's a Padres fan.
I think he was like gonna be a professional athlete, or almost was, or something like that.
Yeah, he's definitely not a virgin. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Anything else, Corey?
Yeah, I'd like to talk about Keeping Up with the Kardashians now. No, actually, the very first episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians started playing somehow, randomly on its own. Man, I don't know how anybody watches that one.
I don't know how people watch a lot of the reality TV that's out there. It's all awful. You just feel yourself.
I should add that The Bachelor. I don't
dumber.
watch any reality TV because I absolutely hate it, and that's why I'm so dumbfounded by my enjoyment of The Bachelor. I don't know.
It's just one of those things.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're in one breath bashing reality TV, but in the other saying you're watching The Bachelor every Monday.
I cannot wait for the next episode.
Does Sophie get into it, or?
Not as much as me.
I was hoping you were going to answer with that.
She'll watch it, but she'll like talk to me, and I'll shush her, and she'll laugh at me.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's a weird dynamic around here on Bachelor Night.
That's really funny. Well, we all have our thing.
Yes, we do.
Speaking of, I'm going to let you guys finish up.
Okay. Real quick, Corey,
Yeah.
before you go, the only thing I have to talk about for my week this week was the Frozen 2 trailer. Did you watch the Frozen 2 trailer?
No.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Really?
Oh.
I didn't even know they were doing a second one.
Yep, it's coming out in November, and I'm super excited for it. The trailer was awesome. So
That is cool. I
Check
just
it
got
out.
to Arendelle in Kingdom Hearts 3. So
yeah, that's my next location that I'm going to. So
I will check it out. That's awesome.
yeah.
All right, guys.
All
Thanks
right.
for having me on.
Yep.
I'll probably be on next week. So
Yeah, probably a lot that up and coming weeks because we have episode 400 coming up too.
oh, that's right. I gotta rethink my list. I think it'll change a lot.
Nice.
Corey, watch My Hero Academia.
I started it.
Did you really?
I fell asleep in the first episode, but I'll try again.
Okay, yeah.
All right, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya. What about you, Will? What do you got for us?
Yeah, I actually finished My Hero Academia.
Nice.
I gotta say, I get so depressed when I finish a show that I'm really into and I'm
Yeah.
caught up because now I have to wait till October to watch more. And it left off on a note where things are gonna get real. You can just tell. That show is so good. Anybody who's slightly interested in anime, watch My Hero Academia. I think it honestly rivals my passion and love for Dragon Ball Z. That's how highly I think of the show. So I think it's we talk about superhero fatigue, and this is kind of actually about superheroes, but it does it in such a different way that I'm not like annoyed because it's covering superheroes in training as opposed to
full-fledged
those
heroes.
stupid Marvel DC stuff that I'm just so burnt out on. It's really well done, and I think everybody should watch it. It's an awesome anime.
Nice.
But other than that, I got nothing. I have a big week next week. Oh, I actually don't think I'll be on podcast tomorrow or next week, Dan.
Okay.
Do
you want to wait
What's
on Kingdom Hearts, or didn't you really play much of it?
I put in 4 or 5 hours. I can write up a little
Okay,
something
that works.
for it. It's only because I've got on Friday I have an anatomy test and then my nurse exam.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
to get into school, so I'm gonna be really busy, and I have an interview on Wednesday as well. So
Nice.
I won't have a lot of time on next week to be doing really too much. So,
Sounds good.
but yeah, that's really all for my week. I'm in a kind of a I don't know, a lull. right now, so I'm just kind of going through the motions.
Okay. What'd you play, Will?
I've been kind of balancing between Wargroove, Assassin's Creed Origins, and Kingdom Hearts. In Kingdom Hearts, I'm in Twilight Town. I'm not very far, but I'm in Twilight Town just doing a bunch of stuff in there. I like Kingdom Hearts a lot. I just don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Really, the attraction for me is the Disney worlds that you go to and the Disney characters.
And I have friends who kind of know the story and they're telling me things, and it's just like Mickey Mouse is a king. I don't get it. I don't know, but whatever. It's nonsensical, but it doesn't take away from the actual gameplay of it. And I think the gameplay of the game is actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
Which I really enjoy. I've been playing Assassin's Creed Origins. I've had this weird. I had to work on Tuesday at 6 a.m., but I was up at 4 because it was snowing. I didn't know if I was going to be able to go in, so I was up until about 7. So I was watching YouTube videos about ancient Egypt.
Nice.
So it kind of piqued my interest to getting back to playing Origins again. That game's really good. I think Odyssey is the better game, but I think Origins is still a very solid Assassin's Creed game. I would definitely put it up there with one of the best in the series. It might be 2 or 3. Awesome combat. The combat's better because it's the first game that like implemented the new systems that you see in Odyssey, and Odyssey just improved on everything. So that's kind of where that game is in the pecking order. I also found out that I told you the rumor about the other Assassin's Creed game, but I also heard that it might be a launch title for PS5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
if a PS5 Assassin's Creed Nordic like era, or I don't know, mythology, I guess, Nordic mythology, it would be a pretty sweet game to come out. So
Yes, it would.
loving that. Been playing Wargroove, which we've talked about. I think that might be it for me.
Yeah, the only other thing I've played aside from a lot of Wargroove was Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah. How many hours have you put in?
Like 13.
Okay.
I think I'm a few worlds in. Honestly, I've liked all the worlds. I did the Tangled world from the Tangled movie, which I've never seen, but I enjoyed it enough to maybe I'll watch the movie now.
Yeah.
I'm in the Monsters Inc. world, which is cool because I mean it's been a while since I've seen those movies, but I remember enjoying it when I saw it. Really excited to go to Arendelle because I've watched Frozen probably 500 times when my daughter was younger.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I've seen that a lot. I'm also super excited for Frozen 2. So, yeah.
I'll tell you
That's all I
what.
played.
Well, there's a lot of games that I want to play right now. Like I want to play Far Cry New Dawn. I want to play Jump Force. I think I'm gonna pass on Crackdown 3.
I might try it for a little bit just to say I played it. It's not reviewing very well, which kind of was what we expected. I watched some gameplay on it. I think it was yesterday.
Looks fine.
Looked okay. Doesn't look like it's changed much from the original.
Yeah, well, as somebody who's never played a Crackdown game, and this one's not reviewing all that well, I think, like, I don't know, my time and effort playing games will be better spent playing other stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Not to say, like, when there's a lull, I don't go try it, because it's free.
Yeah.
On Game Pass, and I have Game Pass, so I can try it whenever, but...
Yep. Okay.
But, yeah.
Anything else, Will?
No, not really.
All right. Let's do feedback.
Let's do it.
All right. Oops.
Toronto is beating Vegas after Corey talking smack.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
All right. So the first is from Idaho Jake, who says, "Hey, guys, I would like Half Minute Hero. It looks fun. So I pre-ordered Anthem, and I kind of want to pre-order Far Cry New Dawn or Rage 2. I'm in a gaming funk. I start a game, play a bit, and then switch to a different game, play a bit, then just end up watching South Park or YouTube. My second oldest is absent with Apex Legends. Not for me, but he loves it. I'm thinking about getting a Switch for myself and my daughter, or just get her one and steal it when she isn't playing it. Thanks, guys, and have a great night." Far Cry Far Cry New Dawn or Rage 2? They both seem like similar games.
I'm actually having a hard time not getting New Dawn right now.
Yeah.
I, for whatever reason, really want to play it. I heard it's more RPG-ish than Far Cry 5, which
Oh, really?
the thing I didn't like, I really liked Far Cry 5, but the thing that I didn't like about it is it was not as RPG intensive as the past two games that I had played in the Far Cry. So I think it'd be cool. I mean, it's a post-apocalyptic world, so you kind of see Montana destroyed. I should stop talking about it. I'm talking myself into getting it.
Well, I know on Green Man Gaming was having a sale on it, and it was like $32, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, though. I don't want to get it on PC.
Yeah, you'd want it on Xbox, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. Because Eric gets it, too.
Yep. Yeah, if I could bring myself to play a shooter on console, I would probably get it for Xbox, but...
That's true. Yeah, you don't like the...
I can't. I just don't have fun playing shooters with a controller. It sucks.
It's something that I always gotta, like, relearn, kinda.
Yeah.
Because I don't play too many shooters, really, anymore.
Yeah. I hear ya. So Far Cry New Dawn or Rage 2. I mean, the thing with Far Cry is it's cheap right now. It's only $40. Rage 2 I don't think is coming out until the end of May. So you've got a ways until then. If you want to play both, yeah, it's hard to discern too what the differences between the games will be. If you played Far Cry 5, then you're kind of familiar with the locations that were in Hope County, Montana. Rage 2, apparently you're supposed to have more like superhero powers, and then do crazy things with the game's physics and stuff. Because I know the development team, it's the same one that did Just Cause, so there's going to be some crazy physics things that happen in the game, which is cool.
Yeah, I mean, it pretty much comes down if you want to wait and play a new game or play a new game now. Because I think Far Cry New Dawn comes out at midnight. So
okay, yeah. There's quite a few games that are coming out tomorrow. There's that. There's Metro Exodus, which is another game you could look into. That's reviewing relatively well. It's one I'm waiting on until it comes to Steam. But
I'm gonna guess you're not interested in Jump Force.
Nah, probably not.
Yeah, so I would say probably, man, Far Cry New Dawn or Metro Exodus coming out tomorrow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Loaded day.
Yeah. He says he's thinking about getting a Switch. By all means, Jake, get a Switch. There's so many good games for it. There's a ton of indies. They're doing a lot of like third-party ports and stuff are going to it. It's just so nice to have a game system you can play anytime, anywhere. It's fantastic. So.
Yeah, I can't recommend getting a Switch enough. I tell everybody that I work with who doesn't have one, just get one. Yeah. Even people who aren't even gamers, I'm like, you like Mario Kart? Yeah. You like Smash? Yeah. Get a Switch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just do it. It'll bring you so much happiness.
Yep. And we're currently a 2-household Switch. I'm sure we'll get another one at some point once my twins get a little bit older and want to start playing their own games. Unless Nintendo has something else out by then. Then we'll go from there. So yeah, definitely get a Switch. So thanks, Jake, for your feedback. The next one is from Tate. So Tate says, "Sup guys, in honor of Valentine's Day, I just want to say I love your podcast. I love listening to it at work. I'm all the way up to August of 2016 and I'm loving every episode." Thanks, Tate. Last weekend I tried playing the new hit sensation Apex Legends. I was not impressed. Feel like battle royales are tired and need to be put to sleep, but I will say it's nice to see Fortnite finally getting dethroned from the top of Twitch. I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey still, and man, Will, I am in 100% agreement with you on how amazing that game is. One of the best games ever made and the best Assassin's Creed game in my mind for sure. I'm extremely excited for Anthem to come out, but I do have a huge bone to pick with EA and BioWare. This weekend, if you are subscribed to Origin Access, you can have 10 free hours of the full game of Anthem before it comes out next week. The only catch is, it's only for PC players. This is bullshit. They are lucky that I want to play this game so damn badly, otherwise I would be canceling my pre-order. What do you guys think about this move by EA and BioWare? to alienate their fans who are on consoles. Anyways, I hope y'all are doing well. Have a great week. Taterade out. So what do you want to start with, Will?
Odyssey, right? That was chronologically first.
Yep.
Yeah, for
No, Apex Legends was first.
Apex Legends. Yeah, we'll start there. We might be doing an Apex Legends episode. I know Eric plays it. I think Eric really likes it.
Yes, he does.
I want to play it too, so I played 1 or 2 rounds. I don't know how to feel about it yet. I think I'm seeing everybody say it's their favorite battle royale, but like to me that doesn't mean much because I still think Fortnite's gonna be the one. So
yeah,
I don't know. I'm kind of interested more in the legs of this game as opposed to actually playing it.
Yeah.
So
I have zero interest in playing it. I don't have enough time to play video games as it is.
Yeah.
And to me, like playing something that's that repetitive, I don't get anything from it. It's even to the point for me where like as much as I want to play NHL 19 that I can play because me and Corey's Xbox accounts are shared, like I don't want to play it. I want to play something that has a definite end, you know?
We have another comment in the chat vouching for Apex. Johnny McDoodle says he's enjoying Apex a lot now, and he's been somebody who's played a lot of Fortnite. So
yeah, no, people really like it.
But I'm with you, Dan. I have so little time to actually play things, and because of the podcast, I want to play new things. I want to be able to talk about new things on here, because everybody remembers the days where Guild Wars or HOTS was talked about every single episode for years on end. So that's not as interesting as being like, Dan, I played the new Far Cry game or Jump Force game or whatever. So I've kind of chosen to drop playing the things that I repeatedly played in favor of playing new stuff. So
it's I mean, I just feel like you're spinning your tires. Like I don't have any desire to like play them enough to get better.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked Fortnite. I thought it was fun, but I just like I think we played it like 2 weeks, was it, or maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
You played 2 or 3 weeks after a podcast, yeah.
Yeah, and that was enough for me. I got to experience what it was all about, and that was good.
Yeah, well, I will say the one thing that Apex Legends and like Blackout, for example, have on the other battle royales is they actually feel like a shooter.
Yeah.
And the shooting mechanics are pretty good. So I will say that's a huge boon for Apex and Blackout, which are probably actually, I mean, Blackout was my favorite battle royale. I haven't played more Apex to be able to get a feel for it, but like Fortnite's shooting has always just been not great in my opinion. And I feel like playing those other two, like you actually feel like you're accurately shooting.
Yeah, Fortnite feels like, and I can't think of a good game to compare it to, but it's like RPG shooting. You know, it's like Borderlands, and not like Call of Duty shooting or Titanfall shooting or something like that. You know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Jake says Corey says he's 1,000% agreement with me on that. Then Jake says story and lore are my shit. That's another thing too. I like to take something away from the games that I play, and you know, outside of a few memorable moments from all my time playing Guild Wars, like all 600, 700, 800 hours that I spent playing that game, like I don't really remember much about it. But you know, playing a game like Final Fantasy VI, like you take those characters with you. Mass Effect is another one. You know, you remember the characters and their interactions with each other a lot more than you remember. You know, those hundreds of hours I spent playing something that I did the same thing over and over again.
Exactly. I mean, the games and shows that I have talked about how much I've loved and whatnot. Like, I'm not being like, oh, the Wraith class in Apex Legends really hits me, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't do that. It's just like, it's a fun competitive game, and it itches that competitive side of me that I still have that I don't get to get out as often anymore.
Yeah.
But the problem is I'm bad at it too, so, and I don't have the time to focus to be good.
Yeah.
So I just way rather play RPGs and stuff that I can get something out of.
Yeah, I mean, even for me, like playing Smash Brothers, I mostly spend my time in Smash Brothers playing the story mode, the World of Light. because that has an end goal. Like, you have to beat the boss in that. So that's what I spend my time doing. The only game I play that I play repeatedly and competitively is Mario Kart 8. It's because I'm already like good at it. I don't need to get over that hump of being learning the game and then getting okay at it to where you can be competitive. Like, I'm already there. So but I haven't even played that in probably 3 or 4 months maybe.
Yeah.
So
yeah, mine would be Smash, but even now, like, my friends, it's the only thing they play, so they're just so much better than me. So it's hard for me to kind of keep up.
Yeah.
So I'm falling behind big time in Smash right now.
Yeah, I've probably lost all my ability. I haven't played Smash in probably a month.
Yeah, it's been rough trying to get time to play it.
Yeah. Jake says if you want a competitive game, we'll get married and that will be beaten out of you.
I actually said today that I couldn't even imagine being married and having kids right now.
Yeah.
I'm way too selfish.
So yeah, that's our take on Apex Legends. Oh, my benchmark is I could beat you 3 assholes. If so, I don't need to get any better. That's Corey's benchmark. Fair enough.
We'll have to play Smash and hash it out.
We should, especially since none of us have really played it recently.
By the way, Corey, when I see you again, I think it's going to be the weekend we go away. Bring your Switch. I'll get your Smash characters for you.
Oh, yeah.
I'll work on that, so.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
So, spoiler alert for our 400th episode where we redo our top 10. Odyssey's going to be in there. I don't know where yet. It's probably going to be in the top. It might even be top 5. I don't know.
Nice.
Because I have to put Breath of the Wild in there as well.
Yeah.
I love Odyssey. It literally is an amazing game, and it's kind of a shame that it didn't get more buzz for Game of the Year because of games like God of War and Red Dead Redemption, because really, Odyssey didn't have a chance once Red Dead and God of War came out.
Sure.
And that sucks, because that game, I think, is right up there in quality. Weird that we're loving Ubisoft these days.
Oh, I wanted to talk about this, and I completely forgot. So you probably heard about Activision Blizzard and laying off all their employees. It's a couple hundred employees.
It was, I think, 800.
Yeah. They announced, I guess, earlier in the year that they made record profits. They laid off all these people. Ubisoft announced today that they made record profits too and didn't lay anybody off. So good guy Ubisoft.
Yeah, well, that's a good point to bring that up, because I wanted to talk about Blizzard. What the heck?
I don't know. I mean, it's normal, I guess. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know what to think.
I'm not even going to pretend to understand the inner workings of a corporate company like that. Like, it's beyond me. I don't really know. It just seems bizarre to me that would happen. And I saw that the guy from 343, the studio head, said, "Hey, if anybody's looking for jobs that recently got let go from Blizzard Activision, like, we're hiring."
Wow.
So, like, that happened, and, like, it's good to hear Ubisoft made record profits, didn't get rid of anybody.
Yeah,
and Johnny says the Battle of Azeroth's antics didn't help Blizzard. I don't know what happened, but
yeah, I don't know either. That's out of our wheelhouse there, Johnny. Let us know if you want to fill us in. Yeah, no, it's layoffs are normal. That happens, but that seems like that's a lot of people.
800,
700-800 people. That's pretty significant. So
yeah, like, I know, like, projects get canceled and, like, focus gets shifted. I know, like, HOTS is probably going to be discontinued within the next, like, year, probably.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't get where they're thinking. And, we were a pro Blizzard, like, pretty heavily.
Yeah. For
a long time, but now, like, I'm kind of wondering, like, what are they doing?
Yeah, who knows? Anthem's release weirdness.
Yeah, the EA games have this weird thing where you can play it like a week early if you're subscribed to whatever stupid thing that they want you to subscribe to. It doesn't bother me all that much, to be honest, because the people I'm going to play with are going to be you three.
Right.
So you guys are all getting the game when it comes out. So, like, I'm not too worried about it. And if there's not PvP, like, I'm not going to be hindered by anyway.
Yeah, there's not PvP.
Yeah, so I'm fine with how they're doing it. if you don't want to support that, yeah, I don't blame you at all too. That's kind of frustrating at the same time for people who do care about that, but I personally do not.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as you, Will. I understand Tate's frustration. Um, it's it's weird that they're doing that for PC. I could see them doing that for like Origin access people and also EA access people on console.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. It's just a PC thing. So strange.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
But yeah, is it next weekend next week that game comes out?
Friday.
Okay, me and Corey are gonna have to hash out how we're splitting it.
Yeah, I gotta talk to Eric too.
I know there's a melee class in it that's a melee
Ooh.
focus, so that's the one I'm gonna do because
That's the interloper or
my
whatever.
shooting is gonna be terrible. God,
We should make a concerted effort to play this game together.
we should. The only problem is it's got to be after like 9 o'clock at night.
Dan, I am not 95 years old, so I can make it.
Okay.
I don't know about those other two.
Yeah, I rarely go to bed before midnight. It's very rare. Even when I'm sick, like I was not feeling well, like last night and the night before.
Yeah.
I still got in bed at about 12:30.
Yeah, I've been 3 or 4
Oh yeah.
recently. Yeah, and I've been waking up at like 9. I force myself to be up at 9, so like my sleep's a little bit low now.
Yeah, when my wife was doing, I don't know if it was her master's classes or her doctorate classes, she was regularly up until 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and then went to work the next day. So I, stay up with her, play video games, or
Yeah.
we would kind of watch something on TV, or and then when we were binge watching Game of Thrones, we would stay up way too late. And
Yeah.
I think we got through Game of Thrones in like 2 weeks or something like that. And
Well,
at that point, it was like 60 hours of television.
That you consumed in the course of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
When I finished My Hero Academia, the last episode I watched was at like 4:15 in the morning.
Yeah.
I was just like, I couldn't. I
You
had
can't
to
stop.
finish.
You can't
Exactly. So like, ever since then, like I'm in that mode of being up super late.
Yeah. So. Okay. Game giveaway.
Yeah, 2 people, right?
So that was from Tate. Thank you, Tate. Yeah. Jake is 1. Tate is 2.
Random number generator.
I gotta get the game list up here.
1, 2. Jake's 1. Tate 2. Winner is numero dos. That is Tate.
Tate is the winner chicken dinner. I do have to send out games that I owe people. I will hopefully try to remember to do that tomorrow. Okay. So, game number 1.
56.
56. 56 is gone. Reroll.
Reroll, huh?
Yeah.
34.
34 is gone. Oh.
Jesus. 107.
107 is there. It's Revolver 360 Reactor.
Huh, all right. 50. Wait, did we do 53 already?
No, it was 56.
56. Okay,
53 is Project Cars. That's a good one.
that is a good one. Next, 31.
31. 31 is Brazen Prototype. No idea what that is.
Sick. 100.
100 is Bold.
Sick.
Yeah.
Last but not least, 13.
13 is Contagion, which
Okay.
I know we've had before. But that's because
3 good games and
we have
2 misses.
3 copies of that in our game giveaway list. So Tate, your games are Revolver 360 Reactor, Project Cars, 31, Brazen Prototype, Bold, and Contagion. So let us know what you want. I will send out games as soon as I can. And next week's episode is going to be Kingdom Hearts 3. I know I will be. I'll obviously be on for that. I think Corey's going to be on. Will's going to send in his thoughts, and maybe Eric will be on too, depending on how much he played. So, yeah, I think that's everything, right?
Yeah, I think that's everything I got.
Okay, we should probably go because I think my voice is starting to run out.
Uh oh. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah, that'll do it for episode 395 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. I'm your host Dan,
And I'm Will.
Thanks for listening, and get out of my basement.